Hello, Assalamualaikum to all lecturers and friends. My name is Fatin Abd Ghaffar, and let's talk about a movie called Little Woman. This movie was directed by Greta Gerwig, who is an American actress and filmmaker born in Sacramento, California. This movie was based from a 1868 novel written by an American novelist and poet Louisa May. Let's discuss about the settings. This movie takes place in New York back in 1868 when Jo March, the main character, trying to publish her story, and then rewind back 7 years early in Concord when she is still with her family. Next, the character. We have Jo March, the main character, played by Saoirse Ronan. She enjoys writing and wants to be an author. Next, we have the sibling Meg March, the first played by Emma Watson. She prefers marriage over works. Beth March by Eliza Scanlon, the third, she plays piano. And Amy March by Florence Bach, the fourth, she paints. A friend Laurie by a beautiful Timothy Chalamet. He used to like Jo, but it was one-sided, so he ended up with Amy, the youngest. And the mother, Marmee. Move to the plots. Start with the exposition. This movie used the rewind technique, where in the beginning, it showed Jo already in New York. She went to Mr. Dashwood, who is an editor, to publish her story. She already became a teacher that time and friends with Frederick Bear, who is later be her partner. The movie showed Amy, who is already in Paris with their aunt, met Laurie accidentally near a park, and they all return home in Concord because their sibling Beth getting sick. Move to rising action. The movie introduced Marmee, the mother, and Mr. Lawrence, who is Laurie's grandfather, on a Christmas morning. Marmee told the siblings to give their food to the poor neighbor Mr. Hummel, and they returned home table full of food given by Mr. Lawrence. Jo always visited on March, hoping she would invite her to Europe. Next, the climax. Marmee left the house to visit her husband, who is ill from the war. Jo cuts her hair for money and gives it to her father, who is away. Their father returned home during Christmas. Mr. Lawrence gave Beth his late daughter piano. Unfortunately, they discovered that Beth contracted scarlet fever from the Hummels. So on March take Amy to Europe to avoid the illness, and Meg ended up marrying Laurie's tutor, Fred. Proposed to Jo but got rejected. Move to falling action. Beth March died after the fever get worse. Amy decided to marry Laurie. Jo wrote a letter to Laurie because she think that maybe she was too quick to turn him down. But Amy and Laurie told her they're gonna get married. Jo feels sad at first, mostly because she's lonely, but they forgive each other and decided to stay as friends. Jo started to write a novel based on her and her family life. The resolution. Rewind back in the New York, Mr. Dashwood agreed to publish Jo's novel but refused to let the protagonist remaining unmarried. So, Jo ends her novel with herself, stopping Bear from leaving after Mr. Onmas passed away. Jo inherited her house and opened it as a school. While manufacturing printing her novel, Jo decided to name her novel Little Woman. I like the cinematography in this movie. They catches my eyes. There are also a lot of quotes that I can write down in this movie's script. The director really did a great job in making sure the author and actress's clothes are really seems like in the 80s. The value that I have learned from this movie is family love. As an example, Jo, the main character, still forgive Amy even she burned down her book, and she let Laurie go with Amy because she wanted them to be happy. My memorable scene is when Meg March told Jo that she wants to get married and not to run away because it is her dream to be a mother.
Jo, we can leave. We can leave right now. I can make money.
I'll sell stories, I'll do anything. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll work in a factory. I can make a life for us. And you should be an actress and you should have a life on the stage. Let's just run away together.
I want to get married.
Why?
Because I love him.
You will be bored of him in 2 years, and we will be interesting forever.
Just because my dreams are different than yours doesn't mean they're unimportant.
I want a home and a family, and I'm willing to work and struggle, but I want to do it with John.
My overall rating is 4 over 5 star, 4 star because I'm just upset about the fact that women must end up married in this movie. I recommend this movie to people that love poetic and beautiful movie. That is all from me. Thank you for watching.